Hey everyone, Niall Doherty here from $50blogs.net. Today I'm going to run through how the WordPress menu system works. And as usual, I'll be using the WordPress install here at demo.50blogs.net as an example. First thing I should note is that the theme I'm working with here is the Delicate theme. And this theme has built-in support for WordPress menus. I mention that because some themes do not have such built-in support. And the way you can tell if your theme does or does not is by navigating to the menu's control panel, which we can jump to right from the link in the drop-down here. So if your theme does not have built-in support for WordPress menus, then you will see a message telling you so here. I believe the specific wording you'll see is that your theme has no menus defined. But otherwise, if your theme is menu friendly, you'll see pretty much what we've got on the screen right now. We've no menus created yet. Now, of course, if we flip back to the home page real quick, let's open that in another tab. You'll see that there is actually a main menu there. And you might be wondering why that's showing if we haven't created a menu yet. Well, that's just the default menu that the theme displays if we haven't set one up. It's just listing out every page on the site here in the menu. For this example though, what we want to do is to create a nice tidy menu listing just 4 or 5 of our pages, and that menu will replace this default one that we see here at the moment. So we go back to the menu control panel, and the first step is to enter a menu name up here. And we're just going to call it main menu, and then click the create button. Now the very next thing after that's created is to pull down this drop down over here and select the menu we just created, and then hit save. What we just did there is assign that menu we created to a specific menu placeholder in our theme, and that placeholder is called primary menu. The placeholder for your theme might be called something else, or you may have more than one placeholder, and that's fine. So don't be afraid to play around with everything in here and then see how it looks on the front end. Okay, so the next step is to add some items to our menu. Down the left side here we have 3 ways we can do that. We have custom links, we have pages, and we have categories. So let's add a page first, such as blog. We just check the box and then hit add to menu. And you'll see it pops up right here. Then we'll add a category down at the bottom by going to view all and then adding this one. And again, you see it pops in up here. And lastly, let's say we want to add something to the menu that's not a page or a category, like a link to one of our blog posts. Then we can just go up here to custom links and add the URL and give the link a name. In this case, headers post. And add that one to the menu the same way. Okay, so once all those are added, you'll see now that we can rearrange them here by clicking and dragging them if we want. We can just move them around like that. And we can also nest menu items quite easily, which I'll actually demonstrate here by adding these 3 pages. And you'll see then I can nest them appropriately just by clicking and dragging like that. Okay, so once we have them arranged how we like, we have to click the save button down here. And then we can go see what it looks like on the front end of the site. So let's refresh the page here. And now you see we only have 4 top level items arranged, how we arrange them, and we have the nested ones here as well. I should note though that some WordPress themes will not support drop-down menus like this one does. So if you're not seeing your nested items showing up like this, that's probably the reason why. Okay, now I want to show you how to delete a menu item, which is as simple as clicking the little down arrow here and then hitting the remove link at the bottom. And then just hit save down here again and you're done. Simple as that. Right, so let's move on now and I'll show you how to get a menu into your blog's sidebar. I'll create a new menu by clicking on the plus icon up at the top here. and we'll call this menu sidebar menu. I'll just go ahead and add a few random links just to fill it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hit add to menu. And then I'll hit the save button here. Now to get that menu into the sidebar of our blog, we next need to open up the widgets control panel via the appearance menu here on the left. So we'll hit that. And in the widgets control panel then we're going to grab the custom menu widget, which is right here. And we'll drag it to the top of the main sidebar panel here on the right side. Once that's in there, we can add a title, and we'll just call this more links, though you can feel free to come up with something a little less lame. And then more importantly, we're going to select sidebar menu from this drop down here and then click save. Now once saved, we head back to the front end of our site and we're going to refresh the page and check to make sure that our new menu is displaying correctly in the sidebar. And there it is. So happy days. Alright, so I actually want to move on from the basics and show you a few more technical things to do with WordPress menus, but I'll leave that for next week's screencast. We'll get into it in depth then. So once again, my name is Niall Doherty for $50 Blogs. Check back next week for part 2 of this WordPress menu tutorial. And you can subscribe to the sidebar here at $50blogs.net/blog, and you'll get a heads up on any special offers related to $50 blogs, plus advance notice of live support sessions where you can get all your blogging related problems solved and questions answered absolutely free.